and do that again. And you know, you can turn earlier as well. Sometimes the straight lines aren't great to get them on their bums. So just turn a little earlier. Use the turn to help him. Sit tall. 3, 2, 1. Very good. And turn. Leg through the turn. Very good. So see how there that he's like, oh man, I'm turning. I better balance. Move your chest a little taller away from his neck. Left leg on. 3, 2, 1. Good. And turn. Nice. Walk. Very good. Well ridden. Your position over top of the fences is quite good for not jumping in a long time.
Yeah, I'm astonished. I was super sore last week. I don't know how he felt, but
Were you?
I could hardly walk for a couple days.
Oh, funny. So I'm going to just give him a pretty light course of not spooky things, okay? And then we're going to come back around and try to jump some of the spooky stuff.
Okay.
So I'm just going to have you do that one stride again. And then you're going to come up the little red, white, and blue X there.
Okay.
And then you'll turn left around the brick wall, kind of candy cane thing there. And you'll pick up your left lead canter, and you'll come over the X to the purple across the diagonal.
Okay, so over the X.
Yep, and then just turn left around the candy cane. Yep.
Okay.
And then you'll go back down the long rail, back to the trailer, and then you'll come across the diagonal here, white to purple. It's a sharp turn around the candy cane, so just take your time, trot it. That turn, though, actually might help him to balance off your hand a little. Yep, chest away from his neck. A little more canter. 3, 2, 1. Good. It's all right. Let's do that again. He just wasn't quite awake after his walk break. So next time you take a big, long walk break like that, when we pick him up, we'll lengthen and shorten the canter a little bit.
Okay.
Just to get him just a touch sharper.
Okay.
Try it again. Little forward and back. Good. Collect your canter. And now move forward. Good. And look at your X. Now collect a little. 3, 2, 1. Good boy. Wasn't going to hit it that time. And canter on. Yeah, body tall and look left. Good boy. Right leg through your turn. You really listened to you there. That was nice. Now send the canter a little more forward. Chest up and away from his neck. Turn with your right leg. Body tall. Sit up. Leg on, get him there. Good job, pat him. Yeah, that was a good boy. I don't think he quite knew where he was going,
Okay.
right? And just, it startled him. But what a good boy, right? He was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the reason why I said sit up was because the way your distance was coming in, I knew it was going to be tight. Does that make sense?
Because I was too close to the X?
You got in a little close to the X.
Okay.
Yeah, which isn't a bad thing. That's just, it's literally the luck of the draw where the stride comes in, right?
Okay.
And so I knew you were going to come in on the half stride, which means he's either going to launch long or he's going to add one extra step in and get close to the base.
And the combination of adding it and then not even really kind of knowing where I was aiming him.
Yep.
So he was really, really good.
He was very good. Now, regardless of his little prop or spook or whatever, if you come to a fence and you're on the half stride, you know what I mean by that?
Yep.
It's like just luck of the draw. You end up having to make a decision.
Yep.
He either launches long or he adds in. Almost always you want to make the decision to add in. Okay?
Okay.
And that's why I said sit up, is because number one, you need to sit up to tell him, don't launch long. I want you to add one extra step here. Okay? And then number two, you need to make sure that when he gets close to the base of that fence, you're away from his neck. Because it takes horses extra effort to add one in.
Okay.
And if
Now
you're
I'm
leaning
in.
up his neck, he's going to clobber through it.
Okay.
And he needs you to support him, sit a little further away from his neck and sit closer to the saddle so that he can lift his shoulders up and around the fence rather than kind of blowing through it. That makes sense? Now, it's not the wrong decision to leave one out necessarily or to go for the longer distance as long as it's not too long, like crazy, crazy long. So it's not a bad decision to leave one out, but you need to really support him there and say, we're going,
Okay.
right? Because otherwise at the half stride, if you don't do anything, he's like, what do you want me to do, Mom?
Okay.
All right, so now let's just play with him over some spookier stuff. Why don't you just walk him over the flower boxes there? Right leg on. Good. And now turn around the hay bales and trot him back over it. Good boy. Big cat. And now go ahead and head to those hay bales. Did we do those last week?
We did, yeah.
Okay.
He was good. He did really good look.
Good. Chest tall and away from his neck so that if he does look, you don't get dumped. Very good. So even though he was perfect there, I would still come in just a little closer to the saddle with your seat and a little away from his neck with your shoulders.
Okay.
So go ahead and turn around and come jump that the other way. Yeah, chest away. There was better. Good job. It's like, I don't see what the big deal is. Now turn around, and you'll come down the diagonal over the red barrels. Did we do those last week?
Yes.
Okay.
Canter or trot?
You can canter them if you want. Shoulders away. Lower leg on. Very good. Okay, let him walk.
I'm stoked that you're here. Thank you. Too hot.
Boy. You're going to come right lead over the red barrels,
Okay.
bending line visible natural. So coming into the natural, I would sit in the saddle a little bit.
Okay.
Sit up. Now lower leg on. Squeeze. Very good. Let him walk. Well, that was uneventful.
I think that's all. But we haven't jumped the bricks, I don't think, but everything else.
Yeah. It's not even batting an eye.
May go this easy on our first cross country school.
No kidding. What a good boy.
Yeah, he really is. I know he's tired, but he's having such a good time.
Yeah. The rhythm doesn't change at all. It's like literally one of the easier horses I've seen jumping. He's just didn't. Super. You want to try those brick walls?
Yeah.
Okay. And then if he's good, maybe we'll let him be done. Okay. So we kind of gotta be careful we don't get carried away in the brain.
Yeah.
This is not fit.
Yeah, it's easy to get carried away.
So you'll just come rightly around the blue and red officer. Best step. Down. Squeeze. Good boy. What was so great about that was he actually did look at that.
Yeah.
He was a little bit nervous about it, but he was so genuine and really listened to you and was like, okay, Mom. So that to me says even more than him jumping that little guy, you know?
Yeah.
Because he was a little bit nervous about it. Very good. What a good man.
Yeah.
Maybe if you have time, you could just take him for a little hack in the field.
Sure, yeah.
You know, and